Hey guys, welcome back to
Las Pendejas con
Wi-Fi. Thanks for all the love. It was really fun.
Yes, we really appreciate you guys' feedback and all the love.
Yeah, I love doing these stories.
Me too.
It's my little therapy time.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
And it's always like me and her, but I feel like we're talking to you guys now.
Yeah.
So
all our 2 followers.
Hey, gotta start somewhere. Thank you. Can you get your shit together? Let's
Remember that one time we went to Calico and we snuck off to go smoke? It was like super dark, like really, really dark,
pitch black. Like no, the moon. It was like a crest moon when it's
the crescent. Christ moon.
I didn't say Christ, I said crest.
Anyways, we snuck off and it was super, super dark and we had already like started smoking. I think we did a little too much.
Yeah, it's like that one time when you like I fucked up.
You're just like
the moment you realize you fucked
up.
up.
Oh no. And I don't know, we were just chilling. I guess we were gone for a while.
Yeah.
It seemed like
and they came looking for us.
And they were like walking. Dude, I felt like that person lasted half an hour walking towards us, and he wasn't moving
just
at all.
At them like
he wasn't. Yeah,
like we're just like they're coming. Like it was in a scary movie, yeah. And I kid you not, it was probably like 20, 30 feet.
Yeah. Not that right across.
Yeah, right across. It wasn't that much, and it took them like fucking forever to get to us. And then we're like, oh shit.
I was dying because I felt like he just kept walking. He wasn't moving at all. And I kind of got scared. And then I looked over at her and she looked kind of scared too.
It's like we both realized that we were thinking the same thing.
I felt like we had like little brain waves like connecting.
What about the time you went to Costa Rica?
Oh my God. Not the Costa Rica story.
Yes. I think that's one of my favorite stories. Because it was just like so much going on. I didn't go with her to the trip. So I was dog sitting and I was going to Coachella Fest. So I was staying at their house and they were in Costa Rica. And I just get a call. Literally, I'm in Coachella. I went to like somewhere where I can hear her because she ends up calling me. And I was like, that's weird. I remember her telling me through the phone when she called me was like, hey, I can't say too much, but all I gotta say is that we're not gonna be there so-and-so day. We're gonna take like, I think like 2 or 3 more days.
Yeah, 3 extra
to get there. Is like, oh, can you please like stay there with the dogs? And I was like, yeah. I was like, is everything good? She's like, I can't say, but okay, that's it. And then she just hangs up. And I was like, what the fuck?
Mind you, this is Costa Rica.
And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what happened to them? Like, are they trying to smuggle something? Like, I was thinking the worst. And my friend that I was with at Coachella Fest, she's like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. They're like, what did they say? I was like, she couldn't say. She's like, well, so we were trying to like make up all these fucking scenarios, and I couldn't think of what had happened that, caused you to stay over there.
So I went to Costa Rica with my family, and this was like COVID time. So in order to come back, you had to take a COVID test. And the thing is that they didn't let you take the COVID test until the day before, which is crazy because our flight, I think it was like at 6 in the morning or something like that. And we're like, there's no way we're going to be able to get the COVID test and then the results back at the same time. I don't remember if they let us take it the day before, or I think it was just that.
No, you had a time window. I remember you saying you had a time window of like from when you can take it to when you can get the results.
Yeah, you're right. So I think we did take it early that day. I think we had to go like at 4 in the morning. Our flight was like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we were waiting for the results. The results weren't coming in. We were like 20 minutes out from going onto the plane, like boarding the plane, and we're just waiting. And I was like, what do we do? Like, what the fuck do we do?
Go again.
So this family member, he sent his COVID test showing that it was negative because he was happy. And so our time was approaching, and I remembered that he had sent that picture, and I was like, you know what? Like, what if I just, like,
Just right here.
I'm just gonna take this.
How would they
apart.
know? How would they know?
Would they know? I think it'll work. And I showed like the other people in our group. I was like, "Oh, did you see I got my result back?" And they're like, "No way, that's crazy." And I was like, "Okay, it worked." They believed it. So I told my boyfriend, I was like, "Here, use this. Go." He's like, "Fuck no." He's like, "I am not gonna do." I was like, "Why not?"
She sent her poor mother.
Girl, I was getting there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to.
She's excited. So he didn't want to do it. So then I sent my mom. I was like, "Here, ma, like, try this. Like, what's the worst that can happen?" They just say this isn't yours. It's just
She was thinking like the bare minimum. They're gonna be like, you know what?
no. She didn't even know. I think she was confused.
No, you were thinking.
Oh yeah, I was thinking like, what's
like,
the worst that can
yeah,
happen?
exactly.
They just say no, like this isn't
Okay,
yours,
we'll
and I'll just be like, oh, sorry, this is I don't know.
Wrong.
So I told my mom go, and she was confused. She's like, what? I was like, here, just go and scan it. When my mom was like almost there, she was like, there was like two people ahead of her, and my sister, she's like, they scan a QR code, right? I was like, what? No, they don't. And she's like, yeah, they scan a QR code. I was like, shut the fuck up.
She's like, I fucked up.
And I was like, oh my God, let me go tell her. So I'm like power walking over there, and then my mom's next, and I was like, oh no. And they scanned the QR code, and then the original person's name popped up. And that's when I was like, oh fuck. I was like, what's gonna happen? Like, I'll just go say like what happened, like try to like, I don't know, ease up the situation. And so I get there, and my mom was like, I don't know what they're telling me, blah blah, because she truly was confused. Like she didn't know.
She didn't know anything. She didn't know.
So they're like, ma'am, you need to come with us. And I was like, wait, where does she have to go? They're like, she just has to come with us. I was like, why? What happened? And that's when I called my boyfriend. I was like, come here, come help me. And he's like, what? And I was like, I don't know. They want us to go over there.
Mama, pinche morra. No, I can hear her already.
She was still confused though. She didn't know what was going on. So then my boyfriend was like, where's her phone? And I was like, it's right here. Why? And he's like, give it to me. He starts deleting everything. He starts deleting like
the conversation she had with me. She deleted everything.
Conversations, photos. He started deleting like
contacts.
No, literally.
You deleted that person.
Yeah. We started deleting like everything. And I actually didn't know this, but you actually have to delete your deleted stuff.
Yeah,
I
photos?
didn't know that.
Yes.
I was like, how the fuck do you know that?
Interesting.
Anyways, that's another. Just kidding.
It's for another show. Don't piss me off.
Do you beat your boyfriend?
I do.
No, we'll get canceled.
I do not, is what I meant.
I forgot what they told her, but they put her in this little room.
En el cuartito.
And I was like, what's going on? And they're like, ahorita viene la persona que va a hablar con ustedes. And we're like, okay. Dude, it took forever. Like a squad came walking in. It was like a bunch of people in uniform and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit.
She was over here sweating.
And they're like, usted sabe que la foto que nos enseñó no es la persona, no es usted, es otra persona, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, ¿qué? No, es el mío. And they're like, no, porque nos aparece esta persona. ¿Quién es esta persona? And I think that's when she caught on, and she's like, yo no sé.
She recognized the name.
Yeah, she's like, yo no sé quién es esa persona. And she's like, it must be a mistake. And they're like, no, blah, blah. Like they were trying to tell her, like getting her to admit, but the good thing is that she really didn't know what was going on. She just knew names.
It helped in her favor.
Yeah, it really did. So then they put her in this little room, and then next to that room there's like a sign that's like forging documents gets you a minimum of 10 years or something like that. If you were to do it.
If you were to do it.
I would never do anything like that. I saw that sign, and then I looked at my boyfriend. He was looking at that sign too. And we were trying to hide it from my mom because I was like, fuck, like if she sees a sign, she's going to start crying.
She's gonna fuck us up too.
So, long story short,
She got locked up.
it doesn't matter what we would tell them. They were convinced that we did it. Like, I don't know why they would think that. That's crazy.
Me either.
And
decent people over here.
And they're like, you're gonna have to go to the court, and we're gonna have to like, I don't know, like the whole process. I guess like court booking, all that stuff. And she's like, no, ¿por qué? Why? Like, I didn't do anything, and blah. And they're like, no, yes, you did. And the thing is that the crazy part is that they kept saying like, where's the original? Where's the original? Like, we don't know what you're talking about. They're like, no, we know you have it. It's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. They end up taking my mom in. They end up arresting her at the airport, and they were being actually.
And you had to go
nice.
for visitation.
Visitating. They were actually pretty nice, and they're like, we have to arrest you, but we're gonna make it really loose. So anyways, here goes my mom, like her hands cuffed. They're walking her to the police car. They put her in the police car. Me, my boyfriend, and my sister had to get
I would have been shitting bricks en la chinga que me iba a poner mi mamá if that was me. Nope. This thing over here was basking in the pool, drinking a pina colada. Drinking a pina colada while her mom was locked up.
It is what it is. What could you do at that point? You know?
Cry? I would cry.
Lemons, you gotta make lemonade.
Not the lemonade.
I'm like, you know what? An extra day in Costa Rica? I'll take it.
She's like, longer vacation? Thanks, Mom. Pat yourself in the back.
You a real one.
Oh, man.
So anyways, they book her and everything, and they took it easy on her. The deal was that they were gonna like put her in jail. So what she had to do is she had to make like, I think like $200 donation or something like that. Oh, we had to go to the Salvation Army and give a $200 donation. It had to be cash. Luckily, we had cash. And the problem was that I think it was Sunday. No, it was Saturday. It was Saturday, and they didn't open until Monday.
Another day in the pool. Poor her.
So they didn't open until Monday, and it was Saturday when we went. And we're like, fuck, what do we do? I think my mom had to stay locked up. No. Yeah, she stayed a night in there.
She did. Yeah, that's when you were in the fucking hotel.
Oh, yeah.
In the pool, drinking your pina colada.
She ended up staying a night there while we slept comfortably in the hotel room.
Wow, I could not sleep.
I slept like a baby.
I bet you did.
We went to so many stores. I think we had to donate like 100 bottles of hand sanitizer. It was really, really specific. Hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, Clorox wipes. What else? Because it was like COVID.
Gloves.
Gloves and masks. And the only stores that were open were like little, like general dollar stores. So we went to one, we cleared it out. We went to another, we cleared it out. And I think we ended up going to 3 stores and bought all our supplies within those 3 stores. We were on a mission. And the thing is, we didn't have a car. And no taxi guy is going to be like following you around. So we had to get shopping carts, and we're pushing these shopping carts
of Costa Rica
through the streets full of supplies, trying to go from one store to another store. Finally, we ended up going back, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
It's a wild story.
Oh man, one time I was in Mexico, and we were going to this it's called La Pista de Lodo. So it's kind of like an off-roading event, but it was like mud. And we had to park the car like kind of far away. Think of it like Coachella Fest. You have to go like,
oh yeah,
fucking walk a mile or 3 miles.
And all that.
Yeah. So we walked, and as we're walking, minding our own business, there's a señor with the pickup truck, and he's like, "Hey, ¿quieren raite?" And we're like, "Oh, well, yeah, you know, whatever." There was like 6 of us, so we went on the bed of the truck, and So he starts driving.
Were you like laying like down or
we were sitting
up?
and some were like some guys were sitting on the edge. It's Mexico.
Okay,
you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I don't know why I thought you guys were like laying down like
sardines. No, it was like a dirt road.
Yeah, I forgot
it was like an off-roading
I forgot you could
road.
like
yeah. So anyways, so we're going, and then the guy, he was with his 2 younger kids, and all of a sudden he starts like fooling around, like freaking braking hard, like doing like little on purpose. And it was funny at first, and then like we started getting mad because I'm telling you, some guys were sitting on the edge, and one of them almost fell. And so I don't
remember. They don't got seatbelts back there?
No. And so one of the guys got pissed and like reached over because he had his window down. So on the driver's side, reached over and kind of like smacked the guy. And he fucking pulls over all fucking pissed. And then my cousin's boyfriend is like, hey, like trying to stop the other guy who wanted to fight him, like the señor. And I was like, he was like, hey, calmado. And the guy like fucking takes out like a whip, or I don't remember if it was like a whip or a big knife. I don't remember if it was a whip or a knife.
Like a machete? Or like a...
Honestly, I want to say it was a whip. I think he took out a whip. So the guy ends up taking like a big whip out, but it wasn't like, it was like a palo whip, you know, like
just a palo.
Yeah, like a metal palo. And that's when we were like trying to calm him down and stuff, dude. At one point when he like braked, I would think I was turning or something, and I fell and I hit. I thought I had lost my teeth.
Is that where you chipped it?
No.
Oh no. I remember.
Wow, exposing me. I don't have a chip tooth anymore.
Chip on your shoulder?
No, that wasn't the time. But I did end up hitting one of the times. I think I hit my lip, and I had thought I lost my teeth, but luckily no. I even looked at my cousin. I was like, tengo dientes. She's like, see? Yeah, but we ended up like separating the fight, and the guy just fucking went by himself. But I was like, dude, because his kid started crying. He's like, you're not gonna fucking embarrass me in front of my kids. It got crazy. And
why did he give you a ride to begin with?
He offered us a ride because it's kind of a long way to get there.
Oh, okay.
And he started fucking fooling around, and people got pissed.
Oh, I kind of feel bad for him because he was probably trying to make it fun for you guys.
It wasn't, because it was not fun. He was trying to...
Maybe he was trying to be like the crazy, like, yeah, you know, like...
Fun driver? No.
Yeah.
It didn't go like that. Someone almost fell out of the truck. Yeah. So, no. Oh, that reminds me when Ivan fell in Cancun.
Yeah.
So we went to Cancun this year, and
what did we go for? I don't remember.
We just went. Like, we just ended up going, and I ended up inviting her and her mans, see if they wanted to go, and they're like, yeah, we're down.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, it's gonna be a chill, relaxing vacation, you know?
I was so excited because I was like, I'm just gonna lay there, like in the swim up pool, all drunk.
And enjoy it.
Yeah. Nothing crazy, nothing wild.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna go out like to little bars. It was
we were staying at a resort, and they had the option to get the all-inclusive. And we were like, no, it's not going to be worth it, because it was honestly pricey. So we ended up just choosing to do the 1 day of the all-inclusive.
Which I'm glad it was just 1 day, because
I'm glad
too. Been the whole time.
Dude, we would have probably gotten kicked out.
Yeah.
They'd have been like, fucking cut these people off.
Did it.
I'm surprised too. Ended up getting 1 day, and it was like around 2 p.m. when we went to go get it. Already. And the receptionist was like, oh, would you guys want to get it like maybe tomorrow, because like you guys already missed breakfast and stuff? We're like, nah, it's okay, don't worry about it. So then we ended up going to have our breakfast at fucking 2 p.m. by the pool, and that's when we started drinking.
Taking advantage.
Yeah, taking advantage of the all-inclusive.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, let's do that TikTok of, this is me after my first drink. Let me just tell you, the second drink, third, fourth, 10. I don't know how many we had. Didn't get recorded.
No.
Only the first one.
Yeah.
And so we all start drinking. The pool has a bar inside the pool, so you literally just swam up to the
it was a
fucking
swim-up
bar. And so we stayed there all fucking day. We missed our dinner reservations.
Yeah. So we were drinking. It was pretty relaxed at first. I think we were having like
chilling.
a few beers. And then we started venturing out into piña coladas and then margaritas, which were not that great.
No.
We started getting Long Islands, lemon drops.
You name it.
I think that lemon drop was like...
That's what fucked us up.
That was the cutoff for us.
Because that shit was so strong.
Yeah.
We had to dump it out.
So, actually, we got lemon drops, her and I. And I think her boyfriend was like, "Oh, I love lemon drops. Like, I'm gonna get one of those too." We're like, "Yeah, do it."
We're like, "Yeah, it's so good."
And so he got it, and he's like, "This shit's disgusting." We're like, "We know, it's disgusting."
And he's like, "Why wouldn't you guys tell me?" We're like, "Oh, let's all chug it."
Yeah, he's like, "Chug this, I can't chug it." We're like, yeah, let's do it. Like the three of us, we'll chug it together. So he's like downing it like this, and when he's not looking, we both toss it back.
So he was the only one that drank it, and I think that's where we all like fucked up.
Yeah.
Because after that,
but after that, he started taking shots.
Yeah,
him and my boyfriend
inside of him.
Her boyfriend and mine like went to the swim up bar to go get more drinks.
Oh, they went, and then they ordered adioses. Your man ordered adioses.
They ordered adioses.
And then we're like, "Oh no, that's it." Like,
we're like, "Adios.
Adios." That's when it all went south. They started taking shots, and they got even more fucked up. And then they come back to us because we were chilling like across from them. And that's when you and
oh yeah, my boyfriend, her mom.
I think only you three left.
Yeah, the three of us left.
You're like, "Oh, we're gonna go look at the beach."
So we were hanging out by the beach while her and her boyfriend and her sister stayed on the top at the pool. And I think we were gone for like half an hour.
I honestly don't remember. So they were gone, and I remember my sister was like off to the side with some boy, and then my boyfriend's like, "Oh, you know what, like I don't feel good." And then I was like, "Well, you know what, like get out of the pool." I was like, "And go to the bathroom, like if you need to throw up." And so he ends up leaving, and the pool, it was like an infinity pool, and at the end I rested my hands like this, and I rested my head, and I knocked out.
And that's when I came back. The three of us, we came back from the beach, and I just see Jocelyn like laying down on the pool like asleep, and I was like, "What the fuck?
This bitch dead?"
I was like, "Hello?" Like kicking her with my foot.
Wow.
I was like, "Hello? Are you awake?" And then her sister comes over, and she's like, "El Ivan." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "He was gonna throw up in the pool." And I was like, "What the fuck? What do you mean?" And she's like, "Yeah, he started gagging and he was gonna throw up in the pool." And I was like, "Jocelyn, where's Ivan?" She's like, "I don't know."
No, that's when you guys came.
Hold on.
And then he falls asleep.
Maria.
Angel came.
No.
Because that's when I told him, "Hey, go look for him."
No.
Yes.
Go. I was there.
So was I. Halfway there.
She calls me Contreras?
You are.
Okay. Whatever the case may be. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm waiting to...
Looks like she's going to punch me in the face right now. I sent my boyfriend, I was like, "Go help her out." He's like, "Okay." So he gets in the pool, and I look around. No, I think I was looking for Ivan.
I don't remember.
Anyway, so I'm like looking around, and I turn over, and I see him falling asleep too. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "You guys wake the fuck up." It was so
comfortable. It was one of the best naps I've ever taken.
I was like, "Girl, where's your man?" She's like, "I don't know. He went to the bathroom." I was like, "Okay."
That's what my mom was like. She was like, "Jocelyn, llevamos casi aquí una hora." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "He literally just left." In my head, I was like, "He literally just left." So I tell her, man, I was like, "Hey, go look for him in the bathroom. He went that way." He goes, he comes back, he's like, no. So then he goes to the other side of the pool, to the other bathrooms, and he's like, no, I can't find him. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, this motherfucker left, and he took the keys, and he went back to the room. Like, he was just too fucked up. Like, he went back to the room. As I was walking to go to the room, I get lost. And then the resort was fucking huge. So instead of going left, I went right. And that's when you called me.
Yeah, so
that they recognized them.
Well, she was trying to look for him. I think the staff noticed, like, how, like, what's the word? Like,
Pendejas?
I think they noticed, like, how, like, flustered we were. And they came over and they're like, andan buscando un muchacho. And we're like, sí,
¿a ustedes se les perdieron a un amigo?
We're like, sí, ¿dónde está? Like, oh, pues, es que andaba buscando el baño y no lo encontró, pero encontró el baño de los empleados.
He went into the fucking employee's closet.
We're like, no way. And he's like, sí. Y estaba tirado en el piso y todo lastimado. And I was like, what the heck? And then he's like, sí, andaba todo sangrado. Hay sangre en el piso, en la pared. And we're like, oh my gosh, like, what happened? We're like, we don't know. We don't know what happened to him. They're like, but he was so drunk that we had to help him up the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you
they
mean?
They wheelchaired him to the room. And that's when you called me.
I was like, hey, Josie, they found your man. And she's like, where? I was like, it's fine. He's a little hurt, but
no, you told me, you're like, I don't know. They just said that he was bleeding and they found him on the floor. So that's when I got word and I ran. I ran to the room and then I find him and this motherfucker is snoring, laying down, and I see his arm fucking busted. And I check his face and I was like, okay, like at least he didn't his face, because I was imagining the worst. I didn't know it was in his arm. So I was like, what if he lost his teeth? Like, so I wake him up and I was like, where the fuck were you? I was so mad because, like, why would he leave, you know? But whatever. So I was like, where the fuck were you? And he's like, I don't know. It's a secret. And it's a secret. And that's all he kept telling me, like, it's a secret. It's a secret. And then as that is going on, I hear, like, ruckus going outside. And I was like, you guys had came back. And then my mom was in the wheelchair.
Oh. It's because the guys came back and they're like, oh, sí lo encontraron. We're like, yeah, we found him. Thank you so much. And then we were just being chismosos and we're like, ¿y cómo se lo encontraron?
They went to go record the crime scene.
Ay, Maria.
My bad, fine.
Anyways, they're like, ¿quieren ver en dónde estaba? We're like, sí, take us. So we're like running over there. Dude, there's like blood everywhere. So the guys, they're like, do you want to see how we carried him to the room? We're like, fuck yeah. And they bring out this wheelchair and her mom is like busting up laughing. And she's like, ¿y yo qué?
She's like, yo quiero right there.
Me and Angel look at each other. We're like, okay, what? And she's like, ¿y yo qué? ¿No me van a llevar a mí? And they're like, súbese, señora, súbese.
Those guys got a good tip that night.
To this day, we don't know what happened.
He doesn't even know. He doesn't remember what happened. All he remembers is waking up in the room.
That's it.
Leaving the pool and waking up in the room. The guy, his name is Miguel. We were like, Miguel. And then he's like, ¿qué? ¿Cómo andan? ¿Todo bien? He's like, ahí tengo la silla de ruedas por si la ocupan ahora. And I was like, no. I was like, we didn't want to drink. I was like, we were so hungover.
Ahorita no, joven.
I was like, ahorita no, joven, pero mañana. It's crazy because on that same vacation, we ended up going to Cocobongo, which I had never been. You've never been, right?
I've heard about it. That's another
She's only
story.
heard about it. I've heard about it too.
One day, I hope I could get like these two. What do you call them?
We're gonna have 2 guest stars, and they're gonna
tell their
Cocobongo story.
Yeah,
and Cancun.
Their crazy vacation.
But went.
That's where I heard of Cancun, Cocobongo from. Yeah.
I had heard about it, but I didn't like know what it was about or anything. Like, I just knew it was like a nightclub kind of thing. And so when we get there, we walk in and it was fucking packed.
Like literally, like you could not walk.
Packed. Like there was
We
no
had
room.
to like shove.
There was
through,
no room
wiggle.
at all. And what's it called?
We had to hold hands.
Yeah, because we were afraid to get lost in the crowd. There was 3 floors.
There's 3 floors, and it was all packed. Every floor was packed.
Yeah.
So this girl comes up to us, is like, "Oh, I can help you find a better spot." And we're like, "Okay, yeah." I thought she was like just any waitress or whatever. So we're like, "Okay, yeah, let's go." So then she takes us to like the spot. It's like not any better. And she's like, "If you want, I could take you further up." And we're like, "Okay, yeah, let's go." So then she takes us like to the 2nd floor, and it was still not that great. And she's like, "If you want, I could take you to like a better spot."
Yeah.
So she takes us to the 3rd floor, and she was like, "How's this?" And we're like, "Yeah, this is good." She's like, "Okay, that'll be like $100 and something." And we're like, "What?
Like, what the fuck?"
I was like, "I didn't know you were gonna charge me. It was more than the fucking tickets."
Yeah.
And she's like, "If you want, I could bring you a bottle of alcohol." And I was like, "It comes included though. Like the alcohol supposedly is included there." But we tipped them a little bit more, and because at first they weren't giving us drinks.
Yeah, he was taking forever to get a drink.
As soon as we gave him the tip, the drinks just kept flowing.
And I was not with an empty drink ever. Like, as soon as I was done, like, there was already another one. I was like, oh, shit.
So they started bringing the drinks, and then we saw hot dogs and hamburgers coming by, and we're like, what the heck?
And we had an ace, and we're like,
And they're like, you guys want some? We're like, yeah, sure.
Because it was included in the price.
I kind of got grossed out. I was like, you know what? It's fine. Whatever.
I tried the burger, like the slider, and it was nasty, so I didn't eat it. But the fries were so good. So I just ordered fries, and they were so good.
I had like 5 hot dogs, and I think Alex had like 10.
Dude. Ew, grosses me out because it's like boiled hot dogs.
So he hates mustard.
Mustard.
He does not like mustard, but ya pedo, todo
le entra todo. And the next day, some people were a little hungover, but allegedly they weren't.
In the morning, he woke up and he's like, "Oh, I feel a little sick." And I was like, "Well, how could you not?
Yeah.
Like after everything you drank?" He's like, "No, it'll pass. It'll pass."
So we end up getting closer to the airport. And the guy is like, hey, like, I just want to let you guys know that they're very strict. Like, once we get to the airport, because we had different terminals.
Yeah.
So they're like, who's ever going to get off on Terminal 1, Terminal 2, people cannot get off because as soon as you're off, you can't get back into the taxi. And we're like, okay, whatever.
I think we had an Uber. And Ubers are not allowed in Mexico.
That's why. That's probably why he said you can't get off. Yeah, at the airport.
At the airport, yeah.
So as we were getting closer, like, it was a lot of traffic. There was like a roundabout to get to the terminals, and there was a lot of traffic. And Alex starts feeling sick, and he's like, I'm gonna throw up.
He's like, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out.
I'm gonna get out. I was like, you can't get out. You can't. So then we're all looking for a fucking bag so he can throw up in.
And I had my bag, but it had like my shampoo and like body soap in there, so it smelled like really floral and fruity. And he smelled it, and as soon as he smelled it, he started throwing up. The way he throws up is so
dramatic,
disgusting,
dramatic.
It sounds like, what does Ivan say? It sounds like when there's air in the pipe.
Yeah, like when you have, like, you know, when you cut the water and then you open it up for the first time. Yeah, picture that.
I was gonna make the sound effect, but I'll spare you guys.
Yeah, spare me. Don't do it.
So he starts throwing up, and he's like, "Oh my god, I feel so sick." To this day, I think he thinks it's the hot dogs, but
yeah, he says that it started grossing him out because he ate mustard, and he knows how much he hates mustard. So it wasn't the 20 shots, it wasn't the 10 beers he had, the 10 margaritas he had. It was him thinking about eating mustard that made him throw up.
It was
allegedly
the boiled hot dogs and
boiled
the mustard.
hot dogs. They have a problem with eating outside food.
Yeah.
We went to Ensenada.
When they're drunk, they will eat anything.
Anything. So we went to Ensenada, and we went to Coco Beach. We can't go to Coco places. And also all inclusive. We can't do all inclusive. That is our problem. We don't know how
It
to
was all inclusive.
limit
I forgot
ourselves.
about that. Yeah.
Yes. And as we walk in,
Kimberly came out that day.
she did come out. I admit
The
it.
shanks almost came out again.
Well, don't piss me off. We get there and they receive my man with the fucking bottles service, and he takes like 3 fucking shots.
I think we also said that we were gonna take a chill that day.
Yeah, that's our
we
problem.
weren't gonna be out long.
Next time, let's say we're gonna get fucked up today, guys.
We're gonna call it a chill day, and we get there
because the next day we had to wake up early to go to the wineries.
Oh, that's right. Which never
happened.
So I think we got there and we were like checking in. We were like gonna head to the bar. We turn around and here's Ivan like already pouring tequila shots.
I was like, oh my god, here we go. It's gonna be one of those nights again. So we ended up getting our freaking table. It's all chill and nice. And then we start taking shots. And then we start ordering too many drinks. And that's when
it was
I
fun.
saw red.
Oh yeah. It was fun.
It was really fun. Once we were leaving the club, as soon as we get out, there's a hot dog and hamburger stand. Yeah. And then there was a lady selling like papas locas, which is, it was like with the carne asada y todo arriba.
There is a picture and it looks so
good. So I almost todos straight to the papas locas.
We look like zombies. We're just like, dude.
And then Ivan was like, ¿me da una papa loca? He's like, oh, no tengo, mijo, pero tengo, I don't know what she had.
A hamburger, I think?
And then he's like, okay. Me da una papa loca, por favor. And I think he said it like 3 times. And then I was like, she doesn't fucking have papas loca.
We had to pull him away from there.
He's like, oh shit, my bad. So then we ended up going to the hamburger stand. And that's when everybody, you know, ordered their own food.
Dude, those hamburgers look bomb.
They went to go pet a horse.
That's right.
And while we were waiting for our food, this guy comes up to us.
This guy in a wheelchair. He had no legs. He looked sketchy as fuck. I could have sworn he was like missing an eye or something.
No. And I was gone at that time, and I was just following the crowd. So then he comes up to her and my man and was like, hey guys, like come over here. I'm going to show you guys, like it's fun over here, blah, blah, blah.
In my head, all I heard was like, hey, there's a cool club over here. You want to check it out? And I was like,
he's
yeah,
like,
let's
go. Come here.
No, literally. He's like, come on, kids. So here goes me and Ivan. We're like all happy. Like,
and I was just following.
I could have sworn we were like skipping along.
Yeah, and then her man goes, hey, you guys know that's a strip club, right? It was called Pink Cadillac. And she turns around, she's like, where the fuck are you taking me to a strip club?
My face went from like all happy to like, bitch, why the fuck are you taking me this? And I was like, not to the man taking us. Yeah. I was mad at Alex.
And I was like, bitch, you're the one following the guy in the wheelchair. Like, dude, why are you blaming us?
And if you look back, we were going down like this, like, dark aisle. There was nothing on.
Nope.
It looked closed.
That's why I was like, where are we following this guy in my head?
I was so mad. I was about to kick that man's wheelchair over.
Like, bye. So we finally go back to our food. And again, I was the drunkest that night, and they decided to hand me the food. We get into our taxi to go back to our Airbnb, and I just remember being in the taxi.
I think we were squished.
Yeah,
it was so
you know Mexico, tight. It's like small ass fucking cars.
I think I was like almost on her lap, kind of.
We were all like this, like sardines. And all I remember is looking at you and be like, I don't know, it just fell.
I was like, what do you mean it fell? It's just like the burger, it fell. And I like held the bag and it felt heavy, and I was like, no, it's still in here. And she's like, no, it fell.
When she pushed down the foil, she's like, there's nothing in here.
And I was like, bitch, open up your legs. I turned on my phone and I was like, the burger's on the floor. Dude, that was the sloppiest messiest burger I've ever seen.
Oh man,
it was so saucy, and I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta clean this up.
Yeah, because we didn't want to get in trouble with the taxi, so then she started scooping it.
Well, she tried reaching it, she couldn't because we were so tight.
Yeah.
And I was like, move, bitch. So I like spread her legs open. I'm going in between, and I have my hand like this.
Wow.
And I think Alex was just like,
what are you guys doing? We're like, nothing.
We're like, it's fine, nothing. And he's like, what is going on?
Oh man.
And I'm scooping burger into the bag. I think I couldn't get all of it.
No, but then once we get to our Airbnb, that's the story of when I lost my wallet. I remember them asking me for cash for the tip, and I opened up my fanny pack, and they're like, oh, no, never mind, I found cash. And I was like, okay. Then I never closed it because I was distracted because she was like still scooping it out and then scooping it outside. And so we end up going upstairs.
Me and scooping things out of cars.
Stop, don't say that.
That's another story.
So we start heading upstairs, and I start feeling sick. Like, oh my god, I got super sick, and I didn't even eat because I ended up throwing up. And you went back outside.
Yeah, the three of us.
I was showering. I went to go shower.
Yeah, she was showering. The three of us were eating like sopa maruchan, and
I
think I briefly mentioned like, oh, we dropped the burger in the back.
We dropped the food.
Oh yeah, we dropped the food on the floor. But you know, men, they don't listen to anything. It goes in one ear and out the other.
Not the other one.
And I think the next day, we wake up and I noticed that the burger was gone, but I thought she threw it away. And I don't think she thought anything.
I don't remember what happened. I don't know why I was looking for my wallet. Oh, we needed an ID or something.
We were gonna go to the wineries. So the night that we went to the club, we got a taxi driver. He was drunk as fuck too.
Oh, for sure.
He was like swerving and just driving crazy.
Yeah.
He was telling us some wild stories of his own.
Yeah.
So anyways, he seemed pretty cool, and he's like, oh, if you guys want, like, call me tomorrow and I could take you to wherever you guys want to go. Just pay me $100. I think $100.
Yeah, for the whole day,
like
and we'll call it.
He's like, I'll wait for you guys. Like, I could take you to the wineries because I think they were like a couple hours away.
Yeah.
He's like, I could take you there. I could wait for you there.
Then dinner, bring it back.
Yeah. So he had like a whole plan for us, and we're like, yeah, cool, let's do it. So then that night, like, we go back to the room. It's the next day, and we wake up like pretty hungover, and we were just laying there. We're like, so are we gonna go to the wineries? We're like hyping ourselves up to go.
Yeah, but honestly, we just couldn't do it.
We didn't want to do it.
We were hungover. It was like also kind of like gloomy, like it had rained. Yeah. So it was just like super cozy, and we were just like alevonados, you know. We didn't want to leave.
So I think in that moment, the taxi driver calls Alex.
Yeah, and Alex like, ends up telling him like, "Hey, we can't.
Yeah,
we're gonna
like,
cancel.
Hey, the girls are still asleep. Like, I'll let you know later, like what our plans are."
Oh, that's how it happened.
Yeah.
And I think the taxi driver got pissed because he was counting on the money or whatever. Yeah. But we had told him like, "Hey, we'll still pay you the $100, but we just don't want to go to the wineries. Like, we want to do other stuff." And I don't know why he got fucking pissed, and I got an alert on my phone of my credit card, and I was like, where's my wallet? So that's when I get up and I start looking for my wallet. My man ends up going downstairs to ask the securities, and he said as he walked out, he saw like tomato lettuce on the floor. He's like, oh, that's how they found out about the story. He's like, oh, that's why is there tomato and lettuce outside? And then I was like, that's when the food fails. Like, she was scooping it out.
They're like, what food?
They're like, the burger.
And we're like, the burger, remember we told you? They're like, no, what happened? And we started telling them the whole story.
I ate the buns.
He's like, wait, the burger from last night? We're like, yeah. He's like, ooh. They told us that they ate the whole burger. He says he only ate the buns, right?
Yeah.
And Alex ate the whole thing, like the meat
and the veggies. Ugh, I don't even want to know what was on that burger.
It was raining. It was like the end of the night. Can you imagine the bottom of that taxi? It's like all muddy. Think of like hair.
Oh my
Bobby
god. We were
pins,
saying like bobby pins
some
were in there.
gum.
Everything. When they're like, well, that's the best fucking burger I've ever had. And so the next day, since the fucking taxi driver canceled on us and started using my card, I had to block everything.
She didn't. Well, okay, so she tried to look for her wallet and she didn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when she's like, "Oh, let's call the taxi driver to see if like maybe he found it on the floor." And we called him and he didn't answer.
He started not answering.
And we called him and called him and called him and he would not
And you
answer.
looked the transactions up and it was like a taxi
That's
ride.
when we started getting like transactions coming up and we're like, "What is this?" And it was like from a taxi company.
Mm-hmm.
So
he was like adding rides and stuff. Whatever.
He's like, "It's alright, bitch.
Karma.
I don't need you."
Karma's a bitch.
So those were our crazy vacations. We have more stories, I'm sure.
Very much so.
And more to come, probably.
Yes. So hope you guys stay tuned for our future episodes. Alright, thank you.
Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.